Alright, it's happening. So version 1.4 preload has just dropped, and as always we go through and check the data for new inclination text responses. Only this time we're not met with disappointment, but rather I'm very happy to let you guys know that I can confirm that we do have in fact one new gendered response coming in version 1.4. Obviously everything that I'm going to be talking about from this point on is going to spoil the story for the 1.4 event, so if you want to experience it for yourself, then the line in English is, "Alright, you got me, guilty as charged." Okay. Now, for those of us who want a little bit more context so that we don't risk misclicking, let's go through it in a little bit more detail. I'll try to hone into the particular section enough to give context, but also to avoid spoiling too much. So, the response is found in the first half of version 1.4 within the Aetherium Wars event. For those of you who don't already know, the event pays homage to Pokemon, and as you go through the event collecting gym badges, also known as mastery marks. Once you're ready to collect your final mastery mark, you find out that it's actually held by none other than Mr. Giovanni, just like in the Pokemon games. So after defeating him, he does his big villain speech and reveals to you that it was actually a mysterious player who was responsible for setting up the entire tournament as part of an effort to meet you. It's at this point where March then raises the question, who could it be, going to all this effort just to meet us? It's at this point where we have three response options. Could it be Topaz? Time to employ the process of elimination? Or, alright, you got me, guilty as charged. So right now you're probably thinking to yourself, what the heck, how is that gendered? And once again, it's one of those stupid responses that is in fact gendered in the original Chinese version, but loses the gendered response when translated into English, making it incredibly easy to miss. Which makes it a good thing that you're all here watching this video, I suppose. In the Chinese version, we can see here that it does in fact display differently based on whether or not you're male or female, and it roughly translates into, I'm a sinful man. Or if you're playing Estella, I'm a sinful woman, which they've then obviously condensed into, alright, you got me, guilty as charged, for the English translation. So just to recap, we go around collecting mastery marks, we beat Giovanni, he does his villain speech, and then we pick, alright, you got me, guilty as charged. So there it is. We finally get one new gendered response after 4 long patches. I'm going to put on screen the responses in every other language for all you guys playing with different language packs. If you guys want to be first to hear about any further inclination responses, come join us on StarDB Discord.